In the past, when I was having trouble standing out and trying to figure out what women wanted, I read all the books and tried all the tips, but until I found these 7, nothing really worked. Habits, and it wasn't having fun or acting like someone else. It was about becoming the best version of myself. Today, I'm telling you what I learned, so you can skip the trouble and get to the good stuff. Not only are these habits beautiful, they also have a way of drawing people to them, make you stand out, and give you an edge that most guys can only dream of. The catch is that some of these habits will go against everything you thought they would do for you. Change your ideas about what it means to be beautiful. Are you ready for some harsh facts and a little debate? Because if you are, you're about to learn how to. It's not enough for women to just notice you. They want your attention. We're not talking about simple fixes or tricks. We're talking about deep, dramatic changes. Changes that not only make you look better, but also make you a better person. Man, these habits aren't just for attention. They're about getting respect, being confident, and living with a reason are all important. So buckle up if you're ready to step it up and forget about the old you. Watch this movie until the end, and you'll know how. Learn how to use these habits right away to get the right kind of attention and why they work. Okay, let's get started. The first habit is the unshakable cornerstone of attraction. Sure, I know what you're thinking. I've heard this a million times. Trust me, we're going to go deeper. Being confident is more than just thinking you're the best person in the room. About being sure you can handle anything that comes your way without needing other people's support. And here's the debatable part. To be truly confident, you can't care less about whether people like you or not. At one point in my life, I was so eager to be liked that I would dress and talk in a certain way, and would even laugh at jokes that weren't funny just to fit in. But guess what? Women could tell right through it. I felt like I was trying too hard, which made me uneasy, and fear is the biggest turn-off for me was when I stopped caring what other people thought of me. I stopped dressing the way I wanted and saying what I really thought, and in search of approval, it felt freeing to walk into rooms with a different. This attitude that said, I know who I am and I'm okay with that. Some people didn't like the new me, but guess what? The important people did like it, and women were drawn to it. I believed in myself even more now because it was real, raw, and unwavering. Not trying to please anyone, I was just being honest and true to myself. That's what confidence is all about. Being happy with your body means knowing what you're worth and not having to anyone else's approval to make it right. When you stop caring what other people think, you start living for yourself. That kind of honesty is very appealing. Think about it. Have you ever observed that some guys seem to have a strong pull? It's not because if they are the most beautiful or wealthy, it's because they are sure of themselves. But here's where being truly confident gets tricky. They know who they are and aren't afraid to show it. That means you have to be ready to be turned down and okay with that. It's okay if not everyone likes you. The right people will be pulled to you because you're real. This is the confidence that makes people want to be with you. Wow, this is really cool, and people can't help but notice it. How do you make it happen? Always be sure of yourself. To do this, be completely honest with yourself. What do you really believe in? What kind of person do you want to be? Accept your answers and let go of the need to fit in with other people. I quit playing the role other people wanted me to play and began living my own. People started to pay attention when the story reached that point. When you're sure of who you are, people will want to be with you. When people see you, they'll be drawn to you because you seem real. Strength, so don't worry about what other people think and start living for yourself. For real confidence, start by being sure of yourself. This is the first thing that will make people want to be with you. Number 2, intellectual depth. All right, let's get started. Something that is often missed but is very appealing is academic depth. Now for the debatable part, being smart is hot. It's not about having a high IQ or giving out odd facts. It's about being truly interested, having deep talks and a strong desire to learn. Let me tell you a story from back in I liked to party and fit in a lot in college. I thought being the life of the party was the best way to get what I wanted. Yes, it got my attention, but it never led to real relationships. Women would talk to me, but it was always just small talk. One night I ended up at a gathering that was less noisy, and instead of the standard party talk, as we talked about books, theory, and current events, there was this one woman who was especially interested. I saw her eyes light up when we talked about I saw the power of ideas, not just mindless talk, for the first time. Intellectual link. That's when I understood that having depth wasn't just, it was beautiful and magnetic. Women want a guy who can make them think, can keep them thinking. It's not about being a knit-all, it's about being interested. You're passionate and excited to try new things. But let's be real and open here. People talk about small things on social media all the time and let mindless entertainment take over our lives if you're someone who wants to know more. People who have links can help you stand out. This idea is controversial because it goes against the norm, but that's exactly why it's so useful, so strong. When was the last time you had a talk that really held your attention? How did it make you feel? Think about being the one who can give other women that experience. Incredibly interested in guys who can keep them thinking because it shows that they are deep and thoughtful, and a sincere desire to learn more about the world. How do you grow intellectually? Start by being truly interested in what you're reading. Read a lot of different things. Don't be afraid to get into tough subjects, but more importantly, interested in what other people have to say. Ask them questions, listen carefully, and get involved. I started reading more carefully and looking into things I was interested in, and having important talks, and the results were amazing. People and I were getting along much better, and women were drawn to me. To the more logical version of myself, here's the truth. Just being pretty won't help you stand out as the guy who is different, who is able to have deep conversations, and who can motivate and inspire others. You're very smart, and that's what makes you so beautiful, so don't be shy. Instead of being smart, interested and involved, follow your educational interests and share them with others. For some reason, this habit not only makes you look better, but it also makes your life better in ways you never thought possible. Remember that it's not about striking people with facts. It's about connecting them through ideas. Depth of thought that makes women not only notice you, but beg for your pay close attention, dive deep, stay interested, and see what magic happens. Mastery. Now let's talk about an emotional subject that might surprise you. The debatable part is that women don't want a man who changes his mind a lot. They want someone who can deal with their feelings in a strong and calm way. This isn't about being a robot. It has to do with being in charge. Let me be honest. There was a time when I let my feelings take over. I'd get mad over little things. It was tiring to be on an emotional high 1 minute and a falling low the next after being rejected. Pushed people away, especially women who saw me as unstable and unreliable. To be honest, not someone they could count on. The turning point happened during I was a mess after a really bad breakup, angry, sad, and everything else. Between one of my friends and someone who always seemed to be cool, told me I needed to control my feelings and gave me some tough love. You can't let them run your life. It was hard, but it woke me up, and I started to practice awareness. It wasn't easy. It took time and a lot of practice to learn how to watch my feelings without getting caught up in them. A lot of work, but I could tell I was getting better over time. Women noticed this because it made men stronger and, most importantly, more beautiful. Shift. They were interested in my increased power and steadiness. is not about hiding your feelings. It's about recognizing them, getting to know them, and not letting them get the best of you. Tell you what to do. It's about answering instead of reacting. Of emotional control shows that you are mature and trustworthy, which are both very beautiful traits. Some people will say that you need to be in touch with your emotions to be able to talk about all of your feelings. Being mentally open is a good thing, but there's a thin line between being open and being emotional. Volatility. Women like guys who can talk about their feelings but still stay calm and in control. Think about it. Would you rather be with someone who gets upset over small things or someone who can handle life's problems? Emotional mastery isn't just being able to handle ups and downs with grace and calmness. It's not about making you look better. It's about making you stronger. So how do you master your emotions? Start by practice. Mindfulness. Every day, take a few minutes to sit still and watch your thoughts. Be aware of your emotions and let them go without responding. Learn to stop and breathe. Before you react to stressed conditions, and most importantly, trust yourself. Life has feelings, but they don't have to run your life. I used to let my feelings run my life. To show feeling was a sign of weakness, but the truth is that controlling your having strong feelings is a sign of being strong. It means you're in charge, that you can handle anything life throws at you, and women like that. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings, accept them, and understand them. You should let your feelings guide you, but don't let them take over your life. You not only get more attention from women, but you also get stronger. Be the strong version of yourself that you know your real power lies in. It's not about never feeling anything, it's about feeling things deeply, and that's the mental power that makes women beg, still being in charge. For your consideration, accept it and see how it changes your life. Fitness. Now let's talk about something that will cause a debate. Fitness. It's a debatable fact that looks matter, but don't think this is all about ego just yet. Fitness is about a lot more than how you look. It's also about discipline, health, and energy. I used to be the guy who thought the gym was only for meatheads because I thought it was so hot. Narcissists. I thought my personality and intelligence were the most important things, but I knew in my heart that they weren't. Not taking care of myself, and it showed that I was tired, lacked confidence, and my energy was at an all-time low, and women could tell. I wasn't at my best, and it was clear that the turning point came when I chose to taking my health seriously. I started going to the gym daily, eating right, and taking care of my body wasn't just about how I looked, it was also about how I felt, and I felt so much better about myself. I had more energy and confidence. Did you know that women started to notice? Let's be honest, a fit body is beautiful. You know how important it is to take care of yourself, protect your health, and have the energy to live a full life. Fully, but it's not about meeting some false beauty standard. It's about being your best self on the inside and out. And this is where it gets interesting, real and honest. Some people think that caring about how you look makes you dull, but taking care of when I take care of my body, it shows that I respect myself enough to put money into it, and that kind of self-respect is very beautiful. It's not about being a beauty, it's about showing that you're a real person. When you see someone fit, don't just look at them. See how strong they are, how dedicated they are, how hard they work, and how everyone finds these traits beautiful because they show what kind of person they are. A strong will. But let's talk about something controversial for a minute. Body positive, and it's important to love yourself no matter what size you are, but it's also important to try to stay healthy. Isn't about fitting in with society's norms. It's about being healthy, active, and able to handle life's challenges. So how do you start? Take small steps and find a physical something you like to do, like lifting weights, running, yoga, or even dancing. Choose healthy foods, get enough rest, and drink plenty of water. Big changes happen slowly over time. It's long-term habits that matter. Health in the long run. I remember how I felt the first time I ran a 5K after months of training. Achievement was amazing. It wasn't just about the physical success, was to show myself that I could set a goal and reach it this way. Believing in yourself is strong and beautiful, so get in shape, not only for how it looks, but also for what it stands for. Health, focus, and women are interested in guys who take care of themselves because it shows that you are strong and have the drive to do things. Also, take care of them. Get fit and healthy and see how it changes not only your. Remember that fitness isn't just about being fit in your body, but in your whole life. You should be the best version of yourself and show the world your. You'll notice a change when you treat your body with care. People will admire you too. That's the kind of charm that makes women beg you. For your consideration, Habit 5, following your dreams. Let's talk about something that gets messed up a lot, following your dreams. The debatable truth is that being excited about something isn't just a hobby. It's a strong way to attract what you want, because when you're really into something you love, it makes you feel good, with that glow from the inside out. I used to think that having a passion was a nice to have. I had a job that paid the bills and hung out with I had friends, but I always felt like something was missing. There wasn't a spark, no fire. I found my love for shooting again, which I had put on the after, putting it off for years. I started to learn more about it, trying new things and making it changed my life in ways I never thought possible. Here's the honest part. It's not always easy to follow your interest. It takes time, work, and sometimes it takes sacrifices, but the benefits are so worth it. Not only did I feel more alive and satisfied, but so did other people. Started to notice this change in me. Women were most interested in this new. They could see the fire in my eyes and the joy in my voice when I was being emotional. That sound was in my voice, and it spread. But let's get critical. It's safer to stick to what you know will work, and emotion is seen as something less important. Following your interest is not just a nice to have, it's a must. In your spare time, if you're lucky, you do it. Necessary for a happy life, and women find it very beautiful because it shows you're not afraid to go after what you want and that you love life. Think about it the next time you feel down. Meet someone who is really interested in something. It's exciting. It doesn't matter what the interest is, music, sports, art, science, or anything else. Someone is really excited about, and it shows in the way they act. Women are interested in guys who are driven, committed, and have their own lives, who are passionate about their own things, because it shows that you're interesting and well-rounded. What should you do first? Look into what really something that gets you excited, like a childhood favorite, something you've always wanted to do, or even something you recently. Give it time, money, and attention, and let it become a part of you. It doesn't have to be your job, but it should be something that you enjoy, brings you happiness and satisfaction. I still remember the first time I showed someone my photos. Their response was hilarious. They were truly amazed, and not just by the shots, but because I worked hard and loved it. It was a women began to see me as more than just another guy, which changed the game. As a person with depth, drive, and something unique to give, here's the truth. A man with a drive is a man with a goal. It shows that you're not just interested in having fun, not just cruising through life, but actively making and chasing something important. This kind of drive and being enthusiastic is very beautiful because it shows that you've lived a good life, so don't be afraid to go after what you want you love. Share them with the world and see what happens. Changes not only your life, but also how other people see you. Women will be pulled to your energy, your enthusiasm, and your determination to live life to the fullest. The fullest. Remember that fire spreads when you're excited about something that makes you so excited that people can't help but notice. It's not just about making other people like you. It's about having a life that makes you happy and fulfilled. Women will beg for your attention if you have attractive energy. Okay, listen up. Let's talk about something active that is surprisingly powerful but often ignored. Listening. The shocking truth is that most people are bad at it. Some people don't listen well because they're too busy planning what to say next or trying to impress. Make you look very beautiful. I used to think that the best way to get a woman was to amaze her with stories, jokes, and amazing feats I did. Talk and talk, trying to find something funny or sweet to say in every silence. But most of the time, I'd see her eyes glaze over and we'd lose touch. For a while, I didn't understand that I was missing the most important part of communication: hearing. Point came when I was nervous during a date with a woman way out of my league and talked too much to calm down. I could tell it wasn't working, so I tried something else in the middle of the night. I shut up and I began to listen and asked her about her dreams, hobbies, and interests. I really paid attention, and the change happened right away. She lit up and became more. We were interested and linked on a deeper level for the first time. People rarely listen to the raw truth because we live in a world where everyone is telling us to be. Many people want to be heard, but not many are ready to listen. When you really listen, you make the other person feel heard. It's very appealing when a person feels appreciated, honored, and understood. Because it's so uncommon, women want to be heard just like everyone else. Praised, but here's the debatable part. To actively listen, you have to. It's not about you, it's about them. Put your pride aside. This can be hard. Everyone wants to share their own thoughts and stories. But if you can master this skill, women will be drawn to you because give them something they want: your full attention. Think about it. Have you ever had a chat where the other person paid close attention and hung on every word? How did it make you feel? You must be feeling pretty great right now. Someone who can give other people that experience is a game changer. So how do you become and begin? By being fully present. Then, put away any distractions and look the person in the eye. Make eye contact and show that you're interested in English by asking open-ended questions that lead to deeper talk. And most importantly, listen to what they have to say instead of just answering. Understand habit 7, being honest without apologizing. Let's end this with a habit that will definitely cause a stir: unapologetic honesty. This is the world we live in, a world that is concerned with looks, social media, peer pressure, and what society expects of them, make us fit into shapes that don't really show who we are. But here's the being yourself, and telling the truth is the most beautiful thing. You can do it. I used to be great at hiding who I was by putting on masks to fit the setting I was in. The funny guy at parties, the serious one I thought that being the nice one on dates would help me get what other people wanted. It made me feel like I'd be more liked and beautiful, but in fact it made me feel women knew it was fake because they could feel it in their bodies. The lack of being myself, the unpredictability, the turning point came when I hit rock. At my core, I was sick of lying and the constant work it took to be someone I wasn't. It wasn't until one day that I stopped trying to be everyone else and just be myself. I said what I thought, shared my real hobbies, and started to express myself. It let my true nature show through, and the women liked it. People were drawn to how real I was. Now comes the problematic part. Since you're being completely honest, some people will get mad at you. You can be yourself and know that not everyone will like you for who you are. Stay true to yourself, even if some people won't agree with you. But here's the catch: the right people will. The important people will be pulled to you strongly. Think about it. Rare because most people are too busy trying to fit in and be liked by everyone to really be. Being real makes people notice you. You're not just another face. In the crowd, you're someone who stands out because you have a unique point of view. I remember a date when I chose to be totally honest with myself. I told the truth about difficult issues that were close to my heart and didn't avoid being open and honest because it felt risky. But the bond we made was amazing. How much she liked how honest, open, and ready to be real I was. There was a stronger connection between us because I wasn't putting on a show. Being honest and real builds trust. People believe you more when you're real. Women are especially drawn to it because there's no game and no secret purpose. This because it shows that you're sure of yourself and confident. It shows that you're at ease in your own skin. You're not afraid to be seen for who you really are. But how do you step into this without apologizing? Being real means getting to know yourself and what you really care about. What are your beliefs, your passions, and your quirks? Accept these parts of yourself. Being true to who you are is important, so don't be afraid to show them. You are no matter what. I used to be afraid of being turned down or not being liked by everyone, but I learned that it's pointless to try to please everyone. When I got in touch with my true self, not only did my confidence hurt, but my women liked me because I was real, and being real is always better. Relationships became more honest and satisfying, more appealing than perfect, so don't be afraid to be who you really are. Let everyone see the real you, with all of your flaws and strengths. The right kind of people will come into your life, and women will be more interested in you. People who love and respect you for who you are know that you are real. Isn't about love, it's about being real. Be yourself and see what happens. Women will be pulled to your confidence, honesty, and sincerity, which will change your life. That kind of appealing charm makes women want to be with you now, so there you have it. Ladies, here are 7 habits that will make women swoon over you. But let's take a moment to think about what we've really learned. These habits aren't just tricks or plans. They're meant to help you become a better person. Traits that not only make you more appealing to women, but also make your life more satisfying in general. Getting better as a person. Let's be honest and open about the path to becoming. Being this version of yourself isn't always easy. You have to put in the work. And sometimes the courage to face hard facts about yourself and who you want to be. But the benefits are huge. You'll not only will not only help you get more women, but it will also help you make ties with everyone in your life better and more important. With these habits, you tell the world that you care about yourself in a strong way. You're sure of yourself, passionate, healthy, interesting, and most importantly, real. It's magnetic energy. Think of how it will spread when you show up. As your best self, others will want to do the same. Your confidence and encourage the people around you to be real and brave, and you'll make a place where real relationships can grow and where everyone feels heard and seen. Ladies, don't forget that women aren't the main attraction here. They're wonderful, complicated people who deserve respect and real connection. Living a true life brings happiness and fulfillment. That's the real win. You, women, will automatically be drawn to you because you give off the kind of trust and honesty that is very rare and very beautiful. So start today. Take on these habits and work on yourself with care and commitment. No matter how small your growth is, be proud of it and keep going. Becoming the best version of yourself is a process that never ends. To stay attractive, know that it's not just about how you look. It's also about how you feel. Your true self, when you're sure of yourself, passionate, fit, thoughtful, and being completely honest, draws people in and helps you make bonds that mean a lot and last a long time. So be your best self and watch your life will change in a way that will not only draw women, but also help you build a life. full of rich experiences, real connections, and endless happiness. That's the kind of life that makes everyone, not just women, beg you to pay attention. Thanks for watching. If you learned something from this movie, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Share it with other people and click the subscribe button to get more tips on how to be the best version of yourself. Until next time, be sure of yourself, be yourself, and stay true to who you are.